Cincinnati has always had a very strong German heritage. Nothing echoes this more than this part of the park. Right now we're going to take a look at Oktoberfest.
That's another thing. Coney Island sold beer. It was just a tradition. You know, in all the ethnic days of the 20s and 30s, you had beer. Well, no Six Flags park sold beer. You didn't do that. But beer wasn't a problem. There was no intoxication. It was a hot day. People would have a beer. It was never a problem. So we sold beer at Kings Island, and Cincinnati is such a German town, and you had to have a beer garden, and you had to have a fest house. And that was, as far as I'm concerned, it was very easy to come up with these themes. They were all natural.
Oktoberfest was a capitalization on Cincinnati's German heritage, and we wanted to serve beer, so we created the German Beer Gardens area. And I don't remember if it was the first year or second year that we put in the big fest house, but that became a landmark in that area where we had ice skating and shows and did the German foods and everything. So we themed the rides in that area. Drunken Barrels, that was taken from an Oktoberfest ride. So we themed the area. I think we had the swinging ship in there, in that area. So again, all those rides and the planning came from the Cincinnati huge German heritage.
Well, Oktoberfest was one of those very interesting areas at Kings Island, themed very, very well. My recollection of probably Oktoberfest was lots of spinny rides. So you had rides, you had the spinning keggers, you had the Ferris wheel, you had the Baron Curve, you also had the Bavarian Beetle. So if you weren't spinning at one time or going downhill at one time, you weren't in Oktoberfest. I think the thing that really got me about that the most is they would fill you full of beer at the Kahn's Beer Garden. You had the Sausage House. You had the Munchin Cafe. So you had all this food you would eat, and then you would get on the spinniest rides in the world. And I can't forget the Rotor. The Rotor was another great ride over there that just spun you until the floor dropped out of it. So Oktoberfest, it seemed to be there was a lot of litigators over in that area cleaning up a lot of content sometimes.
Was a very popular area and still popular today, a little different, but I think the German Beer Gardens today is Bubblegum Shrimp House. But back then it was certainly an interesting and a great part of Kings Island.
Only a few iconic structures still remain in this part of the park, but it's amazing how the accordion music, the clinking of beer mugs, and the smell of bratwurst and sauerkraut bring back the memories. I hope you've enjoyed this look back at Oktoberfest.